So today we're doing something very different. As you guys know, I get bored of doing traditional regular installs. So today we're gonna be experimenting with an elastic band, cutting it and sewing it to a wig. Not just any elastic band, we're gonna be using this one. So I use this in a couple of videos, and it's supposed to be like a wig grip. It's supposed to hold your wig in place. It's supposed to make your life easier, glueless, no spray, no nothing, no adhesive, right? When I use this, it worked. Yes, it did its magic, right? However, I wish that I could stay on that particular wig, so when I'm ready to get up and go, I could just have it on. First things first, my hair is already laid back into its ponytail, as you can see. So this is how the wig looks. Inside, we have the fake scalp method. We already have a headband. I know you're probably thinking like, what is the purpose of this? There's a reason for it. So let's try on the wig without this thing. So this wig is also from Afsisterwig. This is how it looks. In reality, if I didn't have the fake scalp underneath here, this little wig grip thing would actually add some color to the scalp, kind of mimicking how this looks. But since we already have a fake scalp underneath, we don't gotta worry about that, okay? So what I'm gonna do right now is cut the lace off, because we want to see if this is gonna actually work or if it would even work. I don't have a mirror, so bear with me. All right, so lace is all cut off. As you guys can see, not plucked or anything. You actually don't even need to add this headband thing on, because it's already kind of snug right here, right? Looks pretty good right here, but I'm gonna still add it on because we don't want this. And to be honest, this doesn't feel as secure. Like, it's gonna slide back regardless. So the whole point of this grip thing, which I'm gonna actually either put the original link underneath, or I'm gonna just add the Amazon link underneath and call it a day. But we're gonna cut this. I'm so nervous to cut it. All right, so get your elastic band. Get you one of these, okay? And it has these little ridges on it, so you just wanna create a straight. Okay. So it's all cut, nice and neat. What I wanna show you guys, this is the before. The before is this. Flip, easy to slip, ow, or painful combs. With this thing, this is gonna help it to not slip. If we put this onto our head, the grip underneath doesn't really move back. Like, you have to actually pull for it to move back. It's gonna still slide a little bit, but it's not gonna slide as much. So what I'm thinking is, so right here to right here. Yes, you're gonna need thread and a needle. So what I'm doing right now is just making small parts about 1 inch up from the air, and I'm making sure that I'm gripping the band underneath as well as the lace. That's important. Then from there, you want to clip away the excess hair. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start sewing on one part, and then I'm going to show you guys what I did inside and explaining that way. But I thought it'd be easier if I show you guys one part and then go from there. So I kept the headband on that they gave me just because it made it feel a little more secure. And so what I'm showing you guys is I basically put a little, I sewed basically 1 inch up from the air on the left and the right side. So you can see that already. And then I'm gonna be putting one near to where the middle part would be. All right, when you want to secure that spot, you're gonna knot it 3 times and then cut the excess thread off. Now, you have all of this extra material left from the headband, and now we need to get rid of that. But before we do that, we want to actually not have the end of those elastic bands just flapping away. So the very, very tip of that wig grip, you're going to sew it to the bottom of the lace. And be very careful when you're sewing, because this material is like a silicone kind of material. So if you pull too hard or anything, it will just it will just rip the silicone. So don't sew too hard. We just want it to be nice and sturdy and in place. and do the same exact thing to the other side. Alright, so as you guys can see, we have over here sewed down nice and perfectly. We have the little nicks that we made right here, along with this little nick, and then we have over here sewn. So when you put it on your head, it should expand a little bit more and fill in these little gaps. And the good thing about the fake scalp method already being here is you didn't have to sew through the lace. I sewed through the fake scalp method. Also, I know you're probably thinking, why can't we just put the headband on our head and then put the wig over it? You can, but then you'll have two headbands on, and I think that would be very uncomfortable. Very. And it felt very uncomfortable. So I wouldn't suggest that, especially for the summertime. You can also take the headbands off. As you can see right here, you don't have to keep it on. But remember, the whole point of this thing is to make sure the wig does not slip back and stays in place. So there's a purpose for it. All right, guys, so as you guys know, glueless is gonna always take a little bit more work. It just is what it is. You want it to lay flat and you want it to lay natural. So as you can see, it's flat, but it's not flat enough, okay? So, and if you're seeing this underneath, just stick it in. But you got some good grip. Now, to make your life easier, pin back the hair. Not too tight, but enough to get the job done. We're gonna use lots of mousse, okay? That's gonna be our best friend right now. Shake. Oh, and you're gonna also need one of these things. Or a headband or a head tie, totally up to you, okay? So what I'm gonna do now, what I do is I put it on top of my, head. I know this sounds crazy, but it works. And then little by little, hold the lace and comb back if you have to, but you want to put a lot of mousse on the hairline. All right, this is not permanent, okay? So don't worry if it's too much. It's not permanent, all right, guys? Scoop out the rest behind your ears.